how did we play? And I actually want to see a heat map on something. So far scored. I quickly want to see the heat map of Bernardo Silva. Because I think he spent a lot of time here in the left back area, yeah. You see, a lot of time in the left back area. So, I think he was more of a left wing back than Savio, really, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about, and you'll see why I'm mentioning this. So, we played with wing backs here today. Like, if you look at how we defended, it was with wing backs. We had Kovacic, Lewis, mostly, coming back here. And I was thinking, is it Savio who played high up, and it is. So Savio would be a bit high up. Mostly coming into midfield here. And this is very poorly drawn, I know. But what we basically had is a back five. We played 5-3-1, basically. If you put it like this. When defending, it was 5-3-1. So you had Lewis, Kovacic, Savio. And then you had, well, 5-3-2, I suppose. And then you had Haaland and De Bruyne here. Haaland obviously a bit ahead. De Bruyne, I guess you could say it was 5-4-1 with De Bruyne dropping a bit deeper. But De Bruyne was like in between this area. De Bruyne was in this area. And what we did here is we transitioned from this into this. So how we did that here is, well, it's quite simple, isn't it? De Bruyne and Haaland stayed where they are. Lewis and Kovacic form a double pivot. And Savio goes out wide. Foden goes out wide. And this was a lot better. It minimized the amount of defending that Rico Lewis had to do. Now, Rico Lewis did end up in this right back area sometimes. But not a lot. Not a lot. And minimizing Rico Lewis on right back area, maximizing his duty as a midfielder, has made it a lot better. This is an improvement he made from what we did against Leicester City. He has actually improved it slightly. Now, West Ham is not great right now. I do know. West Ham is not great at the moment. But it's better than Leicester City. And we won confidently. Now look at the next game. We've got Echeverri coming in. We've got Oscar Bob coming back soon. Ruben Diaz coming back soon. We have got players coming back. We've hopefully got a right back coming soon. There's talks about Omar Marmoush, who may be coming, may not be coming, to rest Haaland with. So I think that it's a lot of improvements here for Man City. If I had to do player ratings here, I'm gonna use this here. I'm gonna use this for player ratings. So, if I'm gonna do player ratings, I would give Ortega a 7. Like, he didn't have to do much. Like, what can you say about a goalkeeper he didn't really have to do anything. I mean, he made 3 saves, 0.29 goals prevented. Can't really do anything about the goal we did concede. So I think 6.5, in fact, I'll give a 6. 6 is like he didn't really impact the game, for the positive or the negative. I mean, it's not bad, but what can you give a goalkeeper who didn't have to who just had to stand there, right? Then Gvardiol. Let's talk about Gvardiol next. He was just defending, which I'm happy about, by the way. He had 4 clearances, 2 blocked shots. I feel like he was solid today. He won his ground duels, his aerial duels. He did lose possession a few times, but I feel like whenever he loses possession, it's balls going forwards. I like, he apparently put a cross in there at some point, I don't know when. I like when Gvardiol just defends. Just have Gvardiol defend, right? In this more deep defensive role, have him be centre back, have him be left back, centre back like we did. I like that a lot more than when Gvardiol is just pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, leaving space behind that Silva has to clean up. And obviously Silva is not cleaning up that space because he's way too old. So I like this. I really like this. I like how we just played this style of football. I think O'Reilly would have been preferred over Lewis by some. I think GSP over Lewis would have been preferred. But if you put GSP in, then I suppose you can have... I mean, if you have GSP, you can play the same system. Like, you can play this exact same system with JSP in here. You will have JSP on right back or in center back, depending on what your cup of tea is. So you can switch these two around. So you can swap them around, but GSP I would have preferred him over Rico Lewis because he's a proper defender. When you get into those right back situations, then you still can manage it. Foden coming back here, that may have been better as well for Gvardiol again. But then you have Gvardiol in midfield, and what did I say earlier? I preferred Gvardiol not to invert, not to step up. So then maybe Aki in midfield, but that's not really gonna work out. So I think that's why we went with Rico Lewis. You could have maybe changed the system a bit, play a 4-2-3-1 like I would have played with these players. Then maybe Rico Lewis on for Bernardo Silva. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. I'm just happy that Pep actually played defensive football. I'm happy that he played defensive football. Like, this is what I want to see from Pep. This is what I have been begging for all season. Savinho on the left. Allow Haaland to get more involved because he was more involved in this game. Let's check out Haaland's stats here. Let's check them out. Erling Haaland. Next game is a Serie A game indeed. Pep turning into Mourinho. Well, he's a far cry from being a Mourinho, but he's playing more defensive at the very least. Okay, he only had 17 passes, but he had 25 touches. Okay, only 25 touches. There are games where Haaland has like 5 touches. So I feel like he was a bit more involved. He had a bit more to do. He played well as well, I think, Haaland. Just as a striker, doing his job up front, scoring 2 goals to begin with, but also holding on to the ball, coming down the wings. I feel like Haaland, we just need to get him slightly more involved as time goes on. Like Harry Kane with Son. Harry Kane learned to play together with Son. He learned to play close football with Son. He was a goal-camping striker, learned to play this football with Son. Gradually learned to do it with other players as well, even if he didn't have chemistry. We need to do that with Haaland. I'm not saying he's gonna be a Harry Kane player. I've talked about this before. He has closer together to Bale than he has to Kane or Aguero. But he has the ability to go out to these wide areas. Not to the effect that Bale did, but to reasonable effect. We need to get Haaland into this rhythm. So, my Gvardiol rating, to come back to what we were talking about, it's gonna be 7.5. Aki and Akanji, I'll make this short for both of them. They'll get a 6.5 for both. They both defended well, didn't have that much to do, so I'll just give a 6.5, a bit of a cop-out. Rico Lewis. What are we saying about Rico Lewis? Because I'm not sure about Rico, you know. I think Rico did decent, but he didn't really play as right back either. This is incorrect. Like, if you look at his heat map, yeah, he did not play as right back. He played as right midfielder. Foden played deeper than him, I feel like, at points. Yeah, see, Foden came down all the way here to cover this right back area. And he was a right wing back. He was not a right winger. He was a right wing back, which I really like. So, you know what's funny? I know what the heat map says before I even look at the heat map. I'm telling you guys what the heat map says, then I open the heat map and I prove to be right. Because I watch football with my eyes. And if you watch football with your eyes, then you don't need a heat map. Like it's that simple, isn't it? But for Rico Lewis, I'm not sure. He played good in midfield. I'm not going to scapegoat him for anything today. Rico is a 7, is an 8 for me. No. For me, he gets a 7. No way he's an 8, bruv. Kovacic, I mean, he was solid. Just solid. Kovacic, just another solid performance. And you could tell, by the way, how important Kovacic is when he came off. Kyle Walker, Gundogan get on the pitch, Kovacic goes off, I believe Ake went off, and suddenly we're going behind. Spreek on 9, bruv. Y'all don't watch football. He's 7, yeah. Y'all don't watch football, bruv. Y'all don't watch football. That is ridiculous. He is not a fucking 9, bruv. Kovacic. I think he really showed how good he was when he came off. We were immediately getting played through when Kovacic came off. So I'll give Kovacic a 7.5 here. He did have a few points where he gave poor passes towards Haaland, where I feel like he drove up the pitch when he should have passed up the pitch. But he was solid for me, defensively, and that is what I want from him. So, Savinho, I'll talk about my man of the match last. Bernardo Silva here, who was, I think, very important to this system where we had him dropping into this left wing back. He was like an inverting left back, I suppose, and Savinho was outverting midfield. You have inverting and now you have outverting. Is that even a word? I don't know. Quality content, guys. Upright. He is an upright winger today. He's an upright midfielder into a winger. Guys, I'm genius. But no, I'll leave him for now. De Bruyne, he was decent. 7 point. I'll give him a 7. He was decent. Foden, they gave him an 8, by the way. No way. I mean, he got a goal. He did have good passing today. Some good long balls as well. Apparently won most of his ground duels. No way they gave him an 8, right? But I would give Foden a 7.5, and here is why, yeah? He had to do this really difficult situation where he had to play as a right winger, had to drop back, he had to be a wing back. Which he is not a wing back. He is a midfielder, but we made him play as wing back. He made multiple good challenges, made good passes, got a goal. For me, I think it's fair to give him a 7.5. 8 is a bit high though. So, Haaland, I will give an 8. 2 goals, good general play, 8 for Erling Haaland. Then Savinho, my man of the match. By the way, I know people are going to be like, oh, you only gave him an 8 and he scored 2 goals. Yeah. I'm about to give my man of the match 8.5. Savinho, my man of the match is 8.5. I mean, do I need to explain why he was man of the match? That should not be a disallowed goal, by the way. This is nonsense. That should be a Savinho goal, but... I am very strict in how I give my ratings, so he has 8.5. 8.5 is very good. Very good, 8.5. He was excellent. He was incredibly efficient. But the reason I don't give him a 9, which is the highest you can get without scoring a hat-trick for an attacker, for me, the reason I don't give him a 9 is because he lacked the dominance that he otherwise does, if you get what I'm saying. That he just cooks fullback. Now, I'm not saying that he should do that instead of crossing to Haaland. He absolutely should cross to Haaland. But I feel like he was very efficient, which is the important thing. The reason I don't give him a 9 and an 8.5 instead is because I do want to see that ruthlessness together with his clinicality. Clinicality is more important, but ruthlessness is that final edge, isn't it? So, Savinho is my man of the match with 8.5 rating. Again, that is the highest you can get without scoring a hat-trick for me. If you're not that, or 9 is the highest you can get without scoring a hat-trick. And he just misses out on that, as I explained earlier. Very happy with Pep. I would give him a rating of... You know what, I'll give him a rating of 8.5 too. Pep Guardiola, I would have preferred to not have Silva playing. I would have preferred to play maybe a 4-2-3-1. And then we can figure out the attack differently, right? But maybe have more traditional overlapping fullbacks. But it worked. Will it work against a better opponent? Maybe we don't have to find out. Maybe by then we'll have better players and we'll be able to play a more classical City style of football. Whatever the case, for now, I am happy. We won a game, 4-1. That's it for me. Thank you for watching to the end. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying here to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Prediction Lyon game today. I guess we can close off on that. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel out a ton. And my prediction for Lyon is... Let's see, who do they play? Lyon FC. Oh, against Montpellier. Yeah, I think they're gonna win 2-0. I think Lyon will win 2-0. And that is all for me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel out a ton. We're trying to get 1,000 by the end of the season. That is a tall order, but it is the order of the day. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.